All right. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday Night Meetup. I'm Lorelea Roberts with the Offerings of Wonder by Lorelea, and welcome to another week of Monday Night Meetup. I go live every Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern from my Owl studio in Louisville, Kentucky. And as you can see, it is well worked in right now. Lots of stuff hanging out. Wonderful color read behind me, most of it from Gina's baskets, a little bit that I dye, especially in emergencies, but most of it's from Gina. So she does a wonderful job and I love using her stuff. So if you're on the Facebook Live, just put a comment in so that I know that you're there. If you want to join the Zoom so we can actually chat and I can see you, that would be awesome as well. Either way works. And let me just see here. I'm going to try to make sure I can see comments. All right. All right, so when you join, or if you watch on the replay, just let me know that you were here and what you liked and what you'd like to see in the future. So tonight, we are going to take a page out of Lynn Seiler's The Basket Book. Let's see if I can tell you what page it was on. Where was it? No, not that one. Somewhere in here. There we go. It was one of the last ones that she did. And it starts on page 139. So if you want to follow along. So if you are a newer basket weaver or even an experienced basket weaver, this book is amazing. It has a really great overview of how to weave. It's got a whole bunch of patterns in it. Lynn Seiler has been around for a long time and her books are excellent. So I'll just kind of show you like what we're going to do tonight. She has, let me hold it up. There we go. Very well documented. Very well documented. So I said her books are amazing. You can see I've made, I think, not all of them, but I've made quite a few of her baskets from this book. So I thought I'd show you the handle and let me get it back here. And in here, she has this on a square ribbed basket. So you can see what it looks like. Okay. All right. And we are going to do, let me show you the one I did earlier to do a picture of. This is what we are going to be doing. So it looks a little crazy right now, but that's okay. So I like to demo these on paint sticks. Let's one off to the side here. Paint sticks are really great to have samples. So then when you're done with your sample, you can stack them up and lay them flat, or you could put a hole in the end and put them on a ring. But they store easier than actually doing them on a handle. So I like to have the samples on paint sticks. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you want to play along with me tonight, you need a paint stick or handle. If you have a handle, you need a piece of colored reed that is not as wide as your handle. So I think this is this looks like it's probably 1/2 inch. I just grabbed a piece out of my scraps. So I'm just going to lay that so there's some color contrast. So you can see on this one, you really don't see the piece of reed underneath it once we do all the weaving. So you can use a piece of natural. I'm just using a contrasting color so that it makes it easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay. You also need, I'm using flat oval. You could use flat, you could technique, and then you can modify from there and make it your own. All right. The next thing you're going to need is some cane, and you need 3 pieces of cane. So you need a long piece of flat oval or flat, or wider cane. And you need 3 pieces of cane, and I believe I'm using 3 millimeter. But again, doesn't matter if you've got some cane hanging around, get 3 pieces and let's do it together. All right, I'm gonna stick both the reed and the cane into the water and just let them get a little loosey-goosey. And while that's waiting, I also want to tell you guys, so the Hoot Basket Club opened back up. I'm taking new members. If you guys don't know what it is a bi-monthly basket weaving box that you get. And every other month you get a basket kit, a pattern basket designed by me, and you get some type of basket accessory. So the last box that they actually got some knife or scissor sheaths. So, you know, things that your scissors go in. So you get that. And then you get something that goes along with the theme. So for July, we had summer fun. Let me see, got my basket here just to show you guys. So we made a napkin basket that had a tagua nut that is kind of a weight, and it holds the napkins in place. So and it was done with tie twining. So this was the basket kit that they got for July. They also got napkins in the basket. They got some napkin rings. They got some suntan lotion, some stuff to soak their feet so their feet would look great in sandals. So just to give you an idea, there are a couple other items, but that gives you an idea. So it's open back up, and the next kit will go out beginning of September. And this is the basket. It is a burden basket. It is flat on the back. It has a round reed bottom. And what's really exciting about this one, from the pattern is going to tell you how to do the bottom, how to come up the sides. It's going to talk about shaping, and it's going to tell you how to do your braided rim. For in between, this is going to be basket weaver's choice. So I'll get the colors from the members and the materials they want to use. So this has reed and fabric and seagrass and some leather. And then it's got a whole bunch of different techniques that I did. So this is like an over 2 behind 1 twill. So lots of twining. The traditional burden baskets were twined. The leather was twined. I did an arrow with some round reed. So really it's up, I left the fabric piece hanging out. It's really going to be up to the person to decide their color scheme, and then I'm going to throw together a whole bunch of stuff, and then they'll get to decide how they want to do the middle. So I'm really excited about that. So if you want to sign up, go to my webpage, Lorelea.com, go under shop and Hoot Basket Club and join up. So only going to be open until the 21st. So don't let it pass you by. All right. And then one more little advertisement, we'll get to weaving the handle. I also have a Zoom class coming up for the Scoop. And for this one, you need to sign up by the 17th. So again, you can go to Lorelea.com and look under Zoom classes, and you will find it there. So you got to sign up by the 17th. We're actually doing the class on the 30th in the evening, 5 to 9 Eastern. And the scoops have a butterfly knot on it, so you'll learn how to do that as well as how to weave the scoops, and you'll get color choices for that too. All right, so that is my advertising. And again, if you're on the Facebook Live, let me know. Just drop in a hi. And if you want to join the Zoom, let me know that too. Just kind of click on the event. And there we go. All right. So I'm going to start with the flat oval. So I have my paint stick. I just put a clip on to hold this piece of reed on here. I'm actually going to start on the back, and I'm going to put the oval side, so not the flat side, the oval side against the back of the handle. So if you were doing this on a real handle, you would want to start this wherever your rim is going to be. So just below where your rim is going to be, so that when you put your rim on, it's going to cover this up a little bit. Okay. So I am going to just take it, and I'm going to do a turn. So we're going to do a 90-degree turn. All right. And then I'm going to wrap around. I'm going to do a couple wraps. Just want to show you, I'm going to catch the tail back here. Okay. So we're going to do, I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4. We'll do 4. Okay. So there we go. 4 wraps. We caught the tail in the back. All right. And I'm just going to go. There we go. And just stick a clip on there. There we go. So I'm just going to stick a clip on to hold it for a moment. All right, now I'm going to grab a piece of my cane. All right, and I'm just going to fold it in half, or kind of guesstimate half. And then take that off now. So we are going to take it and just put the halfway mark there. Take that off now. There we go. So I'm just sliding it behind this purple piece, hanging it out there. Okay, so we're going to slide it all the way down to where we had wrapped last. And then I'm going to take one wrap. Okay, so now we have one piece of cane, and then we did a wrap. I'm going to take my second piece of cane, grab it in the middle. Oh, and I should say I am putting it so that the shiny side of the cane, so the side that has a hard shell on it, is facing against the handle, or the paint stick in this case. So I slid the second one in, and I'm going to do another wrap. All right. So now, and there we go. I'm going to push it down so that it is nice and tight against there. So we've got the first piece of cane and a wrap, the second piece of cane and a wrap, and we're going to add one more piece of cane. All right. One more there. We're going to just slide it right on down. All right. Slide it right on down. And can you guess? We are going to do one more wrap. Okay. This is what we need to do for the setup. Just put it so you guys can see. You can see the front and you can see the back. So the back's going to be a little bit of an angle with a space, and the front is going to be straight across with your cane in between. So just to recap, we did 4 wraps, stuck a piece of cane, shiny side against the handle, did another wrap, stuck another piece of cane behind the middle one, did another wrap, added the third piece of cane, did one more wrap. Okay, so that is the setup to get you going. Let me just stop there and see if anybody's got questions. All right, let's see. I see Mary and Marie and Sue Wilson, Liz, Kathy, Marion. Welcome, everybody. Okay. I don't see any questions, so we're going to go on. So now, once you have it set up, you are just going to be doing the same steps over and over again. So we're going to start, and it doesn't matter if you start from the left or the right, but you always want to be consistent. So I am going to, just because I'm going to start from the left this time. So I'm going to pull up, and now you can see the shiny side is up. I'm going to take it and twist it behind my middle section. Get it pulled down there, and I will show you again. There. Okay. So there. So I've pulled it up. Now it's shiny side up, and it goes back behind the purple piece, and it's coming out again to the left. And now I'm going to take the bottom right one, and I'm going to do just the opposite. Now I'm going to cross it over to the left. I'm going to pull it behind the purple. And then I'm going to pull it tight. Let me pull it tight. You want to make sure that your piece that you're wrapping around stays in the middle in there. That is our first step. Okay. So I took the piece from the left, wrapped it around, took the piece from the right, brought it up and wrapped it around. You still now have 3 pieces of cane sticking out each side. And now I'm going to take my reed, and I'm going to come and I am going to do another wrap. Okay. You want to make sure you keep everything nice and tight. All right. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to go behind the purple. Go. Now I'm going to come from the bottom right. Going to pull it up. And when I'm doing this, I'm actually giving it a little bit of a tug so that it's going to snug right up against this piece down below. So I'm going to cross it over and pull it behind. And then let me just tighten it. There we go. There is step 2. And now we're going to do another wrap. Wrap around. So now we've caught those, and we're going to start from the bottom left again. I'm going to bring it up and across. I'm holding my thumb on it just to keep some tension on it when I wrap. And I'm going to pull it behind there. I'll give it a nice little tug. And now I'm going to come down to the bottom right, again, kind of pulling it up so that it pulls up nice and close right in this space. Yeah, pull it up. It's going to X over and come behind the purple. All right, let me tighten again so you guys can see. All right. And we're going to do one more wrap. Okay. So there we go. That is all you do. You keep going from the bottommost one, cross it over, wrap it behind, take the other side, cross it over, wrap it behind. You continue doing that all the way till you get to your other end of your handle. And then I'm going to show you how to end. So before I do the ending, let me just, there we go. Okay, just looking to see, do you guys have any questions on the technique? It looks really complicated. It's not. You do start just getting your base. Remember, that's going to end up lining up near where your rim is. Then you put one piece of cane, do a wrap, add a second piece of cane, do a wrap, add the third piece of cane, do a wrap. That does your setup. And then from there, you decide which side you want to start from. Either side, you're going to cross it over, tuck it behind the middle section here, and then do the same thing for the other side. And then you just keep taking the bottom ones and moving all the way up. Let's see, I see a couple more people. Kathy, Angie, thank you. It does make a beautiful wrap, doesn't it? It's really fun, and it's not hard once you know how to do it. So I want to encourage you guys to try this. Now, the other thing, I've had a couple of people ask me, can you add a handle wrap once a basket is made already? And absolutely you can. And you can do the same kind of thing like we did. We kind of hid the end, and you would just start it wherever you want it on the handle. So it doesn't necessarily have to start right at the rim. It could be just the middle section of the handle. So let your imagination go. All right. So let me set this one aside for a second and get back to this one. All right. So here's the one I was working on earlier. Let me just get it all situated here. Okay. So we're going to pretend that this is the end of my handle. So you've got all these things kind of hanging out, right? You got 3 of the pieces of cane hanging out on each side, and like, how do I end this? So let me just give these some water. So everything's bendable. All right. So we're going to want to end with the same way we started. So if you started with 4 wraps, you want to end with 4 wraps, right? Just so things are symmetrical. And I say that for most baskets, but if you are doing something that isn't symmetrical and you want to change it up, go for it. Go for it. All right. So let's see, this one I started on the right side. So I'm going to take the one on the right. I'm just going to bring it up. I'm not going to tuck it behind. I'm just going to kind of bring it up and hold it here. And now I'm going to take this left one up, and I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to hold it here. And I'm going to do one wrap here just to hold it. And now I'm going to, oops, sorry, started from the wrong side. All right, I'm going to take the right one up, the left one up, because again, this one I started from the right side. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to bring it up and bring it up. Okay. So they're all kind of hanging up here by the handle, looking kind of ugly. That's okay. And now I'm just going to wrap. So I'm going to do 1, 2. All right. So I've got 2. I know I'm going to be ending. I'm going to take my scissors and I am just going to cut it all off. Boom. All right. Boom. Boom. Okay. So I've got it all cut off, and now I've got room to do 2 more wraps. 1 and 2. So it covers up all the ends. And then just add a little bit of love in there, a little more water. And then I'm going to take this tail. I am going to do it this way so you guys can see. I'm going to turn it and tuck it. Get it started, and then I'll stop. There you go. So I'm turning it, and then I'm just going to tuck it right in there to end it. And that's how you end. All right. Get my comments back. All right. So what do you guys think? It's kind of fun. Kind of nice. It's a fun way to add some embellishments to baskets. All right. Gonna look one more time, see if you guys have questions. All right, not seeing anything coming in on the questions. All right, so that is the handle wrap. Again, it is from Lynn Seiler's The Basket Book. Amazing, amazing book. If you don't have it in your collection, it's definitely worth getting. This was towards the end on page 139 in my edition. It was on the square ribbed basket was where this handle was. And she's got several handles in here. So we'll do another night and we'll do another one from the book because they're fun and it's a great source of sharing. All right. Last reminders, if you want to be part of a wonderful basket weaving group, you can join the Hoot Basket Club. The burden basket is the basket for September. If you don't know what a burden basket is, it's from the different Native American tribes, and it's conical in shape. And they originally had a piece of leather or hide that they could put on their head, and then the basket would hang on the back. A lot of times they have little metal bells or chimes hanging from them. One of the stories I read said that parents could know where their children were by the sound of the bells ringing as they were walking. And then it also moved to hanging the basket near the entrance to wherever you were living. And people would leave your burdens at the door. So if you've heard that saying, that's where it comes from. So in that vein, I created my own version of a burden basket that would hang near the entrance to your home. It has, I said, it has a flat back from a shape and then kind of round out here, be able to hang. And I hope the people doing the Hoot Basket Club have a wonderful time making them. So let's see, who do we have on that's in the club? I saw a couple of people that are on. Let's see. I see a few more comments. Let's see. The color piece doesn't show. You are right. Once it gets done, I only used a color piece for the demo so that you guys could see it easier, but you can use just a piece of natural reed. Or, for your wrap, you could use a color that matched or complemented your basket. Let's see. I see a couple of people. Hi, Becky. Hi, Betty. Angie. Angie, you're very welcome. It is simple once you know how to do it. Let's see. Lynn's book. Boy, you know what? I haven't looked recently. A lot of the check some of the basket supply sites. Sometimes they carry it. I'm not sure if Amazon has it or not. When I get off, I will take a look, and I'll see if I can find some places where it's being sold to put some links for you guys. Good question. It is really an amazing book, and if it's not in your collection, I definitely would recommend adding it. All right, and then so Hoot Basket Club, got to sign up by the 21st. And then I'm closing it again. We have a private Facebook group. We do Zoom sessions like this to weave together. It's a good community and it's a great place to meet fellow weavers. So if you're missing some of that camaraderie, it's a great thing to join. And then the Scoop I am doing on Zoom on the I think it's the 30th, but you have to sign up by the 17th, so I have time to get the materials out to you. So Scoop has a nice little butterfly knot on it. You get to learn the twill and color choices for this as well. As you can see, I have a lot of color behind me, so I'm happy to accommodate people for that. Sue Wilson, I saw the book on Amazon. Thank you for checking that. All right, you guys, Amazon is a great source. It really is a good book. it has, at the beginning of it, it just like is a great introduction. It's got terminology, which is always challenging, right? It has different ways to do things. So it talks about rib baskets and flat baskets, different handle shapes, Williamsburg handles. So, and there are patterns. There's like 30 patterns in here. So it's an amazing deal. If you think about, you're getting 30 patterns plus guidance and knowledge. So I don't get any royalties or anything. I just am a big proponent of sharing information. And this is a great resource to have in your collection. All right. Can I show the bottom of the Braided basket? Yes, I can. Let me show that. So one of the things I like to do for my designs is kind of look at different things that I've learned over time. So I would tell you, I haven't seen a bottom quite like this, but it has 8 going across, 8 going this way, and then 4 more going this way. So there's a total of 16 going this way, and let's see, 16 going up and down and 8 going across. And that kind of gives it that rectangular shape, or so we can make it kind of conical. Let's see. And let's see. Love the concept. Oh, Kathy, yeah. Let's see. Okay, is it intended to be outside or inside the home? So from what I've read, it said it was near the door. I think it's usually on the outside, but I think as I'm adapting it to life in my home anyways, most people come into my home through the garage. And so I'm not sure I really want it hanging in the garage. It's too pretty. So I'm going to put it right inside. So that's one of the first things they see. And I can say to them, welcome to my home, leave your burdens in the basket, and come on in and bring joy with you. So that's how I am thinking about it. All right, let me see. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I think I got all the comments and questions. I really appreciate you guys coming on and being live with me tonight. I think we'll just go ahead and end it there. Again, Hoot Basket Club, if you want to join us, we have a great time, and it's a great bunch of basket weavers from all over the country. And I said, we have a private Facebook group. We have Zoom classes within that for the basket, and then also just a couple of get-togethers at times. So hopefully you guys can join. Otherwise, I will say have a great night. Let me know if there's something that you would like to see demoed again. I will be glad to do my best to demo, and I will see everybody next Monday night for Monday Night Meetup at 7 o'clock Eastern. Talk to you later.